Okay, so today we're going to take a deep dive into something really interesting.
Yeah.
We're going to look at kitsch.
Oh, kitsch.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, when they hear that word, they think of like,
Like velvet paintings.
Yeah.
Like Elvis on velvet or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Stuff that's kind of like, appeals to popular taste, but maybe is a little bit,
Cheesy.
cheesy. Yeah, tacky.
Tacky, yeah.
And so we got this really interesting thought from a listener
Right.
who was talking about this idea
Uh-huh.
of kind of like secretly loving things that are kind of considered maybe lowbrow or like
Guilty pleasures?
guilty pleasures. Yeah.
Like what?
Like, they mentioned like isekai manga.
Okay.
Have you ever read any of that?
I have not.
It's pretty wild.
Okay.
But it's also like, it's got that kind of like addictive quality where you just like want to keep reading more.
Yeah.
And also like, those cheesy sing-along tunes? Like those super poppy songs that you just,
Yeah.
you can't help but like sing along to them.
The ones you're like embarrassed to, like, but you totally do.
Yeah, exactly. Like even something like NSYNC or like Nat King Cole's LOVE.
Oh, yeah.
You hear that and you just like,
You can't help it.
you can't help but like tap your foot.
Totally, yeah.
And it's like that music that you might blast on your headphones when you're like,
At home alone.
yeah, at home alone or like at the gym, but you would never
Requested.
request it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they even sent us this really funny picture
Right.
of like an overflowing closet, and it's full of like
Oh, this is great.
sparkly shoes and like 90 CDs and like a life-size cardboard cutout.
Amazing.
And it's just like this perfect representation of like
Those
hidden little
infinities, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
So it really makes you wonder, like,
Especially
what
with-
is it about these things that we connect with so much?
Yeah, why are they so appealing?
Why are they so appealing, but why do we feel the need to kind of like keep them hidden?
Yeah, and our listener was talking about that too.
Yeah.
Like this idea that,
Yeah.
there's almost this internal conflict,
Yeah.
right? Where it's like you're embarrassed by it,
Yeah.
but you really, really love it.
Totally.
And they were saying that like the more embarrassed they felt,
Yeah.
the more they were into it,
Yes.
Oh.
So true.
Which is really interesting.
Yeah, it's like the embarrassment somehow like fuels the enjoyment.
Yeah, amplifies it somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really strange.
It is.
And it reminded me of this quote that we came across from Pope Paul VI.
Oh, yeah.
He said, "The older the fiddler, the sweeter the tune."
That's a good one.
And I was thinking like,
Yeah.
maybe our kitsch favorites are kind of like that.
That makes sense.
Maybe over
Yeah.
time
They become.
they become more enjoyable because of our personal history with them.
Right. Maybe they gain significance to us,
Yeah.
regardless of what anyone else thinks.
Exactly.
Like they're special to us.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
So for you, our listener out there,
Yeah.
I want you to think about those things that you maybe enjoy
Right.
when no one's looking.
Those little guilty pleasures.
Yeah, those little guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
What are those things for you? And,
Yeah.
and what might they reveal about, who you really are?
Yeah. And why do you love them?
If you think about it.
Why do they bring you joy,
Yeah.
despite maybe what other people might think?
Yeah. It's definitely something to think about.
It is.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.
Absolutely.
So let's see you next time.
See ya.